What's up, wearable fanatics? Welcome back. I'm Dustin, your style squire. Today we're doing hot reactions for the new Roosevelt's drop for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in a half shell, turtle power.
Now, your relationship with the Ninja Turtles may go back as far as 1984, and we're going to use a couple of hands-on examples here to give you some comparisons so you can decide if these are the hoodies for you. So let's jump in here. All right, so you can see here we've got three. Let's go ahead and shop Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle hoodies. While we're here, we might actually just take a look at some of the other products as well. Let's start here with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Little Turts performance hoodie. What we can see here is we've got a nice dark blue here in the background, and then we've got little faces for each of the four turtles. And we can get kind of a close-up here of the fabric pattern. You can see they kind of go along, and they don't all follow the same expression, right? You can see smiles, you can see kind of more of a battle faces, you can see questioning faces. I'm not sure how many different variations there are for each one, but it looks like there may be 4 before the pattern repeats. Maybe we'll actually get a chance to take a look at those. Now, one of the things that I really like about these, and you can see there's a little bit of stretchiness here in this. I'm going to try to show you exactly what these look like using one of my hoodies. You can see a couple of things that are consistent. The strings here are capped off by this really nice plastic. There's one thing I cannot stand when it comes to hoodies is when the drawstring gets pulled through and you have to search or figure out or put a safety pin and try to like work it back through. This protects the string from fraying, and there's a good knot here that should kind of keep it from kind of getting yanked through. The hood is fairly good when it comes in terms of like the height. This particular size happens to be a 2XL. Maybe I'll actually put this on for you guys to give you something to compare against. I don't usually do that, but I might just do that for this one. And then of course, it is a long sleeve. Sometimes some hoodies will actually have gathered cuff. This cuff is kind of consistent, and these are so soft. Honestly, these are super soft. If I was wearing them out where I live in the Bay Area, especially in San Francisco, I don't know that this would protect me against the cold, but it is super soft and super comfortable. There is a lot of stretch. Look how much I can stretch this thing, man. Look how much I can stretch this. I think I probably will try it on for you guys just so you have a comparison. So now we've got kind of at least a hands-on comparison. If you haven't tried these, the main feature I want to emphasize more than any other is how soft these are. These feel great. I mean, not only do they look great, but they feel extremely comfortable. So I think if you're in the mood for something soft, not like the Kunaflex material also is very soft, but this is next level soft. This is very, very nice to wear. And you can see here that it's also particularly stretchy, so it will not be super form-fitting. As a gentleman of larger composure, I tend to appreciate that it's not particularly like tight or sticky. One other aspect of this that I will call attention to also is the fact that the faces of the turtles are small. From a distance, people lose the pattern, and so it really blends in to kind of everyday kind of wear and use, which is something that I really tend to appreciate myself. And we've got the Cowabunga Covers performance hoodie. That's the one here in the middle. Yep, that's this guy. So let's take a look. Okay. Now this one is actually a big throwback to the early days of when Ninja Turtles really started to take off. I mentioned earlier that the original first issue of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was released in May of 1984. That's like a million years ago. They had their second printing of the comic in 1985, and then it basically turned into a snowball, which resulted in the movie, the cartoons, and everything. They introduced a lot of merchandise, and this particular pattern is hailing back to the Ninja Turtles bed sheets, and I'm going to see if I can get a comp of those. This was the original pattern, and the pillowcases, you can see, pretty quickly that the blanket and sort of this is a direct reference back to the 1988 bed sheets. And of course, back then it was super cool. I had Star Wars bed sheets for a long, long time. Specifically, I had the Empire Strikes Back bed sheets, and those were amazing. So when we make a comparison of those sheets to this design, you can see it is a direct reference back to those original sheets, which is super cool. Let's take a closer look here. So we've got now a green drawstring, which is really great, perfectly appropriate, and turtle color. We'll just call that green, but you know, I'm just going to give it a little bit of extra oomph there and call it the turtle color. I think this is a fantastic callback to those early days of the Cowabunga covers. So I think it's a pretty good hoodie. Now let's move over to Choose Your Turtle at Night. Okay, so Choose Your Turtle at Night looks really great. This is a black hoodie, and you can see we've got a little bit of different iconography. These are and appear to be sprites or animations frames from the original coin-op game that was released back in the early 90s, I believe. And each of these, as we get a little bit closer up, you can see different animations of turtles on rocket skateboards, which was a big one, kind of a diving attack, a flying sidekick here, nunchuck animation here, you can see that mirrored again, a stun animation over here. We don't have a look at the back, but there is a decent amount of negative space here, meaning that the little icons are kind of distributed pretty well around. You can see once again that this is really stretchy material. So I think it like works pretty well. And of course that same green string is kind of come back here. Should I refinance my home? Are we ready to have kids? Which Ninja Turtle should I be? What a great and hilarious call out. It's so much fun. One of the things we love the most about the Roosevelt's brand is that it takes itself seriously in terms of quality, in terms of design, but things like this name and these descriptions are just really playful and fun. So that's 3 brand new performance hoodies, 3 new designs, looking great, and I hope one of those fits your fancy or at least tickles some nostalgia about the early days whenever you might have first encountered the Ninja Turtles. Now, it turns out that there's a number of restocks or some other turtle shirts in this collection that we haven't had the chance to review. So let's jump in and take a look at a few of these other ones. Let's start first with this Not Wearing Costumes, which is a really great sort of black, white, and red design. Of course, Not Wearing Costumes, a reference to the infamous fight in the first issue of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where all 4 turtles are fighting against the Purple Dragon clan. I think it's Leonardo says, he's wrong, we're not wearing costumes. And it's really great. You've got a number of amazing references. These are actual lifts of the character frames. You've got origins of the little turtles finding their way into the ooze. You've got the Foot Clan. You've got Shredder. You've got the Ninja Turtles kind of combined up in a natural pose. You've got the original lettering for Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, honestly, when the Ninja Turtles first came out, they were badass, and there's just no getting around that. They were amazing, and this shirt captures that first issue of the comic book better than any design that I've ever seen, I'll be honest. The main label says Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Super cool. Man, I want this shirt. It looks gorgeous. You got clear and unobstructed references here to the label and the tag. And I love the balance of the black, the white, and the red. It's a beautiful, beautiful shirt here. And we can see one of the models wearing one of these. Looks great. I mean, man, this shirt is so fun. Brings back a lot of really great memories of those early Ninja Turtles comics. This captures the essence extremely well. Let's move on now to the Birth of the Turtles. Okay, so this is a little bit of a darker one. This design it's got a couple of things going on here, which is kind of interesting. So we're looking at some early art. These are the concept sketches from Kevin Eastman, and this essentially is before they actually started working on the comic. And the background is a bunch of the panels from the first issue, similar to the previous one. I can't tell if they are exactly the same. They don't look to be the same because I think I can spot April here. This Shredder shot looks very similar, but these are really cool. I'll be honest, this is probably not a shirt I wear. I like the fact that it's capturing the spirit of that Birth of the Turtles, but it's got a lot going on here, and I haven't seen this one in person, but when I look at it here on the model, I can see the background there. And if the background was actually just this grayed out, or if there was sort of this dark layering over that and it was a bit of a muting of the frames, I think that would be fine. or if it was just the sketches. But the combo up here, I'm gonna be honest, I don't love this very much. Maybe it's your style, but this one's not working for me. This one's just a little too busy, to be honest. Ninja Turtles Dimension Excellent. This looks like a rogues gallery. And yes, indeed, it is a rogues gallery. Now, this is a kind of shirt that the Roosevelts likes to do. There's a Spider-Man version of this where it's a bunch of faces. There's a Warner Brothers one, Bugs Loves Lola, which it puts them all in the boxes. I really love those shirts. So if you kind of zoom out and you see, you've got this nice sort of violet. Purple is maybe a slightly better choice of color, but you can see we've got Kang here. We've got Shredder. Sorry, Krang, not Kang. It's Krang. Kang is in the Marvel Universe. Whoopsie. This is awesome. This shirt looks fun. These are all the bad guys. It's nice to have them there. This isn't a lift of Eastman and Laird's sketches. This is actually an artist rendition of these. So this shirt, almost certainly something I would love to wear. All right, let's see. So Dimension Excellent also comes in a women's size. That's great. These polos, all-day polos, one for Donatello, Leonardo, Michelangelo, and Raphael. These are nice. We'll just pick up the Donatello one here. I love the implication here of the nose, but there is no mouth. It just kind of sits there in the middle. Look at the inner collar here, where it's the same purple from Donatello. And you can see that kind of follows right through here in the neck and sort of the buttons. What a cool detail! What a really nice touch and nice detail here. Let's see if we can get another kind of angle of this shirt. There are some people wearing them here. Look, it's a whole gang of people out on the golf course. If you were going to go squad for a conference or a convention, this could be fun. Or if you're just going out for a round of golf, that sounds fun. Everybody gets to be one of the turtles, and then you're not repeating, but you're all basically wearing. It's kind of like a new twinsies, new form of twinsies. You can see the inner collar here for Leonardo is blue. You can see the inner collar for Michelangelo is orange. You can see the inner collar for Raphael here being red. These are nice. I think these are cool. All right, now we start getting into a little bit of the combo, the Battle of the Bits. Now, this is interesting because we just looked at a performance hoodie that had a bunch of sprites from some of the animated features. Well, this shirt is a Turtles versus Street Fighter crossover. And this is taking a look at and using prints from the original Street Fighter 2. I can easily recognize the graphics from the Street Fighter side. I'm a huge Street Fighter fan, at least up to Third Strike. The newer ones I've played a little bit less, but you can certainly recognize Chun-Li's wind kick. You can see Ryu here throwing his fireball. You can see Ken getting ready to hurricane kick you. And then, of course, against them are the different sprites from the Turtles. And again, this goes back to the 4-player coin-op game where each of the Turtles had a walk action, and you can see those mirrored here. Oh, here's Guile just kind of hanging out, getting ready to sun kick you. And then there's also some action poses here. So this Psy leap that we see, we also saw on the performance hoodie. Let's see if we can come up. Oh, there's a Guile kicking here on the pocket. That's pretty nice. So this shirt is super fun. This is a combo of a couple of great games from that era, from the early 90s. I love it. This would absolutely be a shirt I would wear. Okay, this is Ninja Turtles versus Street Fighter Double KO. Double KO, my friends, is a reference strictly to a tie in Street Fighter 2 where both of the participants deal equal amount of damage, or at least the same amount of damage to kill each other, put your life at 0, and as a result, it's double KO. Extremely rare in the original Street Fighter 2 to pull off a double KO. So the World Warriors, which is essentially the cast of the Street Fighter games, and now they're basically going up against the Turtles. What do I love about this shirt? Well, of course, this is a super busy shirt, and I was just talking about how I don't like super busy. I don't know if it's the combination of the fandom or what, but when we take a step back here, one of the things that I love is we can see Guile's punches here. These streaks of blue kind of coming through really look nice across the shirt. You can see that they're nicely distributed. You can see everybody's in here. You've got Ken in a hurricane pose. You've got all the turtles kind of coming in. Here's Ryu here throwing a fireball. This shirt is very busy, but honestly, I like this one. I just enjoy wearing it. I don't wear it very often. Obviously today is today is a special day when you've got these. But taking a look here, it's got a nice distribution of the colors, the red pops, the blue pops, and then the green pops on top of this gray background. I think this shirt looks really great. I have to say I would wear this because I'm literally wearing it, but I honestly think this is a nice looking shirt. It's not a case of the fact that it's so busy. It's just that the color distribution is nice across. Okay, now over here on the button mashers, this is another shirt that I have. I happen to have it over here on the wall. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is the button masher shirt. Let me bring this one over here a little bit closer. So you've got this one in person. Ninja Turtles had a lot of great games, and one of them was the 4-player co-op. And of course, there were several others, including one that just came out a couple years ago on PlayStation where they brought them back. What do you know? So take a look at this. It's a unique shirt. It's showing the street, the sewer, and then sort of the evil lair levels of the game. And you can see a lot of things here. You can see the turtles in the different poses. You can see several of the different enemies, the pickups. There's pizza here for extra health. You can see members of the Foot Clan. You can see April here. I think it's a fun shirt to wear. It's a different shirt. You know, we don't have a lot of shirts that show the various levels of different games. I do have one kind of bone to pick, which is how the pocket breaks down here. The pocket, if we take a kind of a zoom back, the pocket feels really strange here. The brick pattern of the pocket is a little bit different than the brick pattern of the bottom layer. It's the same brick pattern up here. I don't know how I would change it, so I don't want to complain about it, but it is one part that when you look at it, you're just like, oh, that looks a little out of it. So I do wear this shirt. I wear it very infrequently. This is one of those. Roosevelt's has a shirt for all occasions. This fits that description. If you're going to a party and this fits that occasion, then rock on. Okay, Ninja Armory. This is a really, really nice shirt, okay? This might be one of the best, to be honest, especially for me. When we zoom in, we can see the bow staff, the sai, the nunchuck, and the katanas, and of course the slice of pizza, which reflects the Ninja Turtles weapons. Pizza is a weapon. It powers them up. You can see on top of that, there's this really nice hexagonal green pattern. This is supposed to be emblematic of the back of the turtle shells. I think they captured that extremely well. I love how distributed these are. You look at this at first glance and you're gonna be like, what are those symbols on there? But if you know it at all, you're gonna put it together. Pizza plus ninja weapons. Yeah, I think that's a Ninja Turtle shirt. Ninja Armory, awesome shirt. Maybe one of the best of the Kunus that we've seen. All right, we'll keep on going down here to the Turtle Transit Authority. And by the way, all of these shirts are still available. I'm only looking at things here that are not marked as sold out. These are references back to the cartoon and to a few of the video games where you had the Turtles van and a bunch of the play toys. I don't know that all of these were toys, but there's April's Channel 6 van. You've got some nice references here. These are pretty subtle, to be honest, and you kind of have to know. You would notice if you saw this giant Turtles logo, what's going on here. So this one's fun. I think the Armory is a little bit of a better shirt when just trying to compare like for like. But hey, you know, this shirt's going to float somebody's boat, and I think that's great. Now, we've got the Cowabunga covers that is in Performance Hoodie. This is a shirt that was originally released before. You can see that one's here. If you don't want the hoodie, you can certainly get a copy of the Cowabunga covers. And this last shirt is kind of a Y'all Come kind of Nickelodeon Beach mashup shirt. You can see the turtles kind of distributed through here. Wouldn't really call this a Ninja Turtle shirt because they've got Avatar stuff here. They've got Rugrats stuff here. If you're just happen to be a big Nickelodeon fan, this shirt might be for you. 3 new performance hoodies and a review of several others. Hope that you enjoyed that. If you are a fan of the Ninja Turtles, is there a design that you would like to see? Is there a character that you see omitted? I can think of one. Where's Master Splinter? Could we get a Shredder villain shirt? Maybe we'll get one if they decide to do an additional series. So hope you enjoyed that. And until next time, remember, always be yourself. Thanks, everyone.